Here's something that's going to challenge some common comfort food approaches to illness. High sugar intake during flu actually impairs your immune system at precisely the moment you need it functioning optimally. I know this is unwelcome news, because when you feel terrible, sweet foods are often the most appealing. But understanding this mechanism might change your approach to eating during illness. The research here is actually quite clear, though not widely known outside scientific circles. Studies show that consuming 100 grams of sugar, that's roughly the amount in a 24-ounce soda, significantly reduces white blood cell phagocytic activity for up to 5 hours. Phagocytosis is the process where white blood cells engulf and destroy pathogens. When this function is impaired, your immune system is literally less effective at fighting the virus. The mechanism involves several factors. Elevated blood glucose reduces the ability of white blood cells to engulf bacteria and viruses. High sugar intake promotes inflammatory pathways while you're trying to resolve inflammation. And here's an interesting biochemical detail. Glucose and vitamin C have similar molecular structures and compete for transport into immune cells. When blood glucose is high, vitamin C uptake into white blood cells decreases, and those cells need vitamin C to function properly. Now, let's look at where sugar hides during illness. Fruit juices are a common culprit. Orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice, marketed as healthy flu remedies, but containing massive amounts of sugar without the fiber that would slow absorption. A 12-ounce glass of orange juice has about 36 grams of sugar, almost as much as soda. Sports drinks, recommended for electrolytes, often contain substantial sugar. Flavored medicines, particularly pediatric formulations, are loaded with sweeteners. Honey, despite having some beneficial properties we'll discuss elsewhere, is still concentrated sugar. Traditional healing foods sometimes conflict with this advice. Many cultures use sweet remedies, honey tea, sweet broths, sweetened rice preparations. These provide comfort and some nutrients, but excessive sugar content might work against recovery. This is where moderation becomes critical. So, what's the solution? You still need calories, and carbohydrates are important for energy, but choose complex carbohydrates over refined sugars. Whole grains, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, rice. These provide sustained energy without the blood sugar spikes that impair immune function. The fiber in whole foods slows glucose absorption, preventing those dramatic spikes. For hydration, dilute fruit juices significantly. 1 part juice to 3 parts water gives you some flavor and electrolytes without excessive sugar. Choose whole fruits over juice when possible. An orange has the same vitamin C as orange juice, but with fiber that moderates sugar absorption. Protein-based smoothies rather than fruit-heavy ones provide calories without sugar excess. But here's the tricky balance. You need adequate caloric intake when you have fever and increased metabolic demands. If sugar is the only thing you can tolerate and the alternative is eating nothing, some sugar is better than nutritional deficit. This isn't black and white. It's about optimization within practical constraints. The concern is repeated high sugar intake creating sustained immune impairment. 1 sweetened cup of tea probably isn't catastrophic, but living on soda, juice, and popsicles throughout your illness might genuinely prolong recovery. Making even moderate improvements, cutting juice with water, choosing less sweet options, having protein along with carbohydrates can help. Children present particular challenges because they often refuse everything except sweet foods when sick, and parents understandably want them to eat something. A pragmatic approach allows some sweet foods to ensure caloric intake while trying to balance with protein and less sweet options. It's not about perfection, it's about awareness and making better choices when possible. The immune suppression from sugar is reversible. Once blood glucose normalizes, white blood cell function recovers. This isn't permanent damage, which is the good news. But during acute infection, when every hour of effective immune function matters, why deliberately impair it?